about something that I really haven't seen anybody discuss too much, if not at all, on YouTube, and that is dial covers. So I want to explain a little bit about dial covers, especially for folks that are just beginners in the hobby, and maybe I can help you out here. I'm going to just start by talking about this radio here. This is my personal Emerson, and it does have a dial cover on it. So, but as you can see, I don't know how well you can see there, it's kind of yellowed and not so great. So I'll show you how to fix that up. Okay, here's the radio here, and eventually I'm going to probably clean up this whole cabinet and make that real nice. But before that, I'm just going to focus in on this dial cover, and it's kind of hard to see. Actually, you know, it's a sad thing about digital photography. It always makes things look better than they really are. But this is actually a little bit yellowed and a little bit cloudy. We're going to take it out of the radio, and I'll show it to you what it looks like out of the radio. This particular Emerson radio, you can see all the original dirt probably going all the way back to probably 1939, but you can see there's these little pins here. They're just holding that in, so I'll take them out, and then the dial scale should come right out. I would just carefully go in here, if you're going to do this yourself, get a small flat screwdriver and just slowly pry, and then the pin should come out. You don't want to pry or anything in this area, because if you do, you leave a permanent mark, and that's something you don't want to have happen. Okay, I've removed the 4 push pins that held this into the body of the radio. Now that I got it out, you can see it maybe a little bit better. Now you can see I have this brown towel here as a protective cover here, so that if I drop anything or whatever, it's just got to be nice and soft. It won't scratch anything. But you can see that the dial cover is a little bit yellowed. Maybe the previous owner could have been a smoker. This is the top. The dial here, I know that because there's this cutout here that would, I guess, where the dial light actually goes in here. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to just waste a lot of time. I'm going to wash this with just soap and water, cold soap and water. You don't want to use hot, because this is plastic. And this plastic is probably going on 70 years old, and it could shrink under extreme temperatures. So we're not going to use hot water. We're just going to use some cold water and some dish soap. Wash it, and then we're going to take, I got to reach, whoa, okay, whip, little Novus number 2, and we're going to polish off any little light scratches and things on here, and then I'll show you what that looks like when it's done. Okay, I just washed the lens, and now I have it sitting on a Scott towel. The blue will actually give it, I think, a better illustration of just how nasty this thing has gotten over the years. I mean, the nice part is that it's whole. It's not cracked or broken or missing or anything like that. So let me polish it up, and you'll see what it looks like when I get done. Okay, here it is, all cleaned and polished. And look at this thing. Looks like brand new, just about. It's got a nice little sheen to it. On the front, on the lower hand part of this, oh, I left a little polish up here. Hey, radio out, you missed a spot. I'm finicky that way, though. But anyway, there's some really light scratches here. I mean, really light. You'd be hard-pressed to find them. But I would say it's not perfect, but I'll tell you what, I think unless you're a perfectionist, you're not even going to see them once that's put back on the radio. So now, once I detail the case, I'll put that dial cover back in there with my completed radio, and I can play it now. It'll look real nice. Okay, folks, so that came out pretty good. I'm real happy about that. But I know that some of you are going to be you're probably saying to yourselves, well, all right, now what do I do if I have a cracked, broken, or missing dial cover? Now what do I do? Well, there's a way to get around that too. Alrighty, now if you remember from my last video, I was at the New Jersey Antique Radio Club's. They do it a couple times a year. They had a repair clinic. And believe it or not, I was working on radios as well. I didn't put myself in the video, but basically I worked on 3 radios that day, 3 different ones, and this was coming to me and my way. And for some of you folks that know radios, this radio is kind of special. This radio is made by Emerson. It's another Emerson radio, and it was also, well, I don't remember the model number, but it was affectionately called the Stradivarius. And look at the top of this radio. Is that cool or what? It looks like a little Stradivarius violin. And it was also done by the Ingram Cabinet Company of Bristol, Connecticut. And Ingram made cabinets for a lot of different brands of radios, maybe about a half dozen, but the one they usually did the most was the Emersons. You see that more often. But now if you look carefully, look at this. We've got a hole here, and there's supposed to be a dial cover here. So I won't say the name of the owners, but it was a married couple, and they came in there and they showed me the radio. And basically there's nothing special about the radio electrically. It's basically an AA5. And I probably could have spent the whole afternoon recapping it and, you know, getting it playable and everything. But I was a little worried because when I got the radio, I brought it up on a Variac and it didn't even hum. So ultimately it was something like, here, I got one over here, but looked like this. One of these like filter caps in there, aftermarket. And this is a 20 and 20, but what was in there was a 30-50 2-part electrolytic cap, and the 50 side was open, which is weird. So I gave him my information on where I live and my phone number. I said, look, I'll not only fix the radio, but I know what I can do about fixing this. There's supposed to be a dial cover here. And they got all excited and they said, okay, go ahead. Your card right here.
Oh, okay.
Okay, this is Mark.
Right.
And when Mark specializes in reproduction dial covers. So if you have a radio that has a broken or missing dial cover, Mark can fix you up. Okay, Mark, if you ever see this, now you're going to know that your packaging is childproof. And look at that. There it is. There's Mark's cover. There's the model number that I couldn't remember, CL246, the Strad. And it's in this nice sealed-in bag. This is great. So let me open this up. I'll find it. I will say that I'm really impressed with the level of attention to detail with the packaging to make sure that nothing got hurt or damaged in shipping. Look at it, it's even wrapped in tissue. Alright, so we got it. And there's our dial cover now, and it's even wrapped in plastic just to keep it from getting dirty. Alright, so let me get this out. And there it is. There's our brand new clear dial cover. And you can see, here's the radio and here's the dial cover. That's going to fit in that hole perfectly. Now, the other radio I just showed you had clips. I'll just set this out of the way. This particular one, and get some light on so you can see a little better. There we go. Grab the camera. If you look carefully, there's some nails, and that's what held that dial cover in there. So I'm going to carefully pull those nails out, the staples I should say, and I'll put that in there. Put the chassis back together, and then I can call the owners up and give them their radio back. Okay, I hope that was a help to everybody. I know for some of you, you're probably more aware of this, but some of you, are newbies and want to learn where to find certain things, and I think that will be a help, especially now that it's warming up outside, and pretty soon it'll be swap meet and flea market season. So now you'll know what to do for a reference if you need to know anything about the dial cover scenario. A couple things real quick. First of all, I want to thank each and every one of you out here that have been watching my videos for the past 6 years. I've just turned 400 subscribers. Never thought that would ever happen, but thank you for supporting my channel and watching. And also, I'll put up the flyer toward the end of this video, but New Jersey Antique Radio Club's having their spring swap meet. Yeah, in just a couple weeks. March the 19th, and that's at the PAL building in Parsippany. Look at the flyer, it'll have the street address on there, but very easy to access from routes 80, 46, 287. If you live in northern New Jersey, any of the 5 boroughs, Long Island, even southwestern Connecticut, it's a must trip. If you're in the Poconos out in PA, come on out. Probably about an hour and a half drive, and you won't be sorry. It'll be a lot of fun. So check the flyer out. And also, if you need a dial cover, always I'm going to put up Mark's card too, so you can see. You can shoot him an email, and he's got a website that you can go to. And Mark's a super nice guy, and he's always at Cutstown. He's at Cutstown every spring and fall. So I want you to help support Mark as well if you need a dial cover. So anyway, take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.